Hi, I'm Steven.
I'm Autumn.
Join us as we explore old forgotten cemeteries
Visit haunted locations,
and communicate with spirits of yesterday.
giving a voice to the voiceless.
Join us on our journey. We are
Myers Paranormal. Hey y'all.
Hi everybody.
Thank y'all for coming.
It's good to see you. Hope everybody's doing good. Let's see who we got in the house tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to come out. And tonight we have Janet Petty. Thank you so much for coming in.
Hey.
It's good to see you. And we have the Roses. Thank you so much for coming out. It's good to see you. Appreciate it. And we have Jonathan with Crossover Paranormal. It's good to see you. Thanks so much for coming.
And
we have the Bud Files. Good to see you.
Hey.
Thanks so much for coming. Let's see. We got the mad one himself, Jimmy with Spooky Appalachia. It's good to see you, bro. Thank you so much for coming.
Glad everybody could stop by.
Oh, but you're gonna sit here and chat a minute or two, let everybody come in, and give everybody the chance to come in anyway, and then we'll get started. Hi, Derek. It's good to see you. Thanks so much for coming.
Hey.
Appreciate it. Hope everybody's doing good tonight.
Hope everybody had a wonderful day.
Oh, yeah. Good weekend. And
I hope everybody had a good week.
And our little class is, just to review what we've gone over so far. Hi, Lisa. It's good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate it. But the first one that we covered was what tools of the trade. We showed the different types of tools and just to refresh, because my brain is go out today.
The equipment, and we showed the equipment you might want to use or base it. All you need is a phone app.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Flashlight.
So, first class was the tools you may need. I mean, you literally don't need much of nothing. And hello, Dustin with PPR. It's so
Dustin.
Good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for coming in.
Hopefully everybody's doing fantastic tonight. And, of course, our second class was the types of hauntings. Oh, that's cool. You're going to do an investigation tonight. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But like I said, the different types of haunts. Wow. That is so cool. Thank you so much for coming in from Australia. It's an honor. And welcome in Trippers. It's so good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
And like I said, the next class was the different types of haunts. And tonight we're going to get into, as you saw, the title said, Protect Yourself.
Yeah, everybody wanted that. Everybody's been asking that since day one about the protection class. So here it is.
It's kind of going to be two things together before we go into how to protect yourself. We're going to go into what you're protecting yourself from first. And we're going to talk
early Tuesday morning. That's early.
Yeah. Tomorrow at that time, I'll be on lunch break. And
I will be, I don't know, I'll be up. Let's hope.
It's good to see you there, Amy.
Hey,
appreciate
welcome
you
in. Thank you for coming in.
It's always good to see you. Thanks so much. Like I said, we're going to get into the different things, kind of tell you what to look for when you're being attacked, from the spiritual to the physical to the mental, all those things. And then we'll get into the different things that you can use. We've got some stuff on the table, some stuff in the box, loads behind us on the wall. We'll go over all of that.
And we like to say when we first start out, we are not professionals.
No.
So don't. This is just stuff we have learned over the years and that we have put into practice.
Yep. And the first kind of the simpler things, when you go into a cemetery or something, you go in, you're not protecting yourself in any way, and you're not, making it known that you cannot attach yourself or whatever. You can immediately start to feel tired and drained and fatigued, and just like you've ran a marathon or something, but you haven't done anything but just walk into the cemetery. And some of the physical things you can have that go along with that, headaches, stomach troubles, unexplained pains. Some people have the feeling of like panic attacks.
That's what we do at the end of our video or in the middle.
Yep.
Tell spirits they don't have permission to follow us home or have permission to attach themselves to our equipment or us. Sorry, y'all.
All of this we'll get to. And then another one that people don't really associate with like some sort of an attack or anything like that is persistent, reoccurring bad dreams of you feeling like you're being oppressed, you're being hunted, a nightmare that just keeps reoccurring over and over and over. That could be another sign. And then, of course, let's see. You can have there's just different ways. I mean, you can feel dizzy-headed, lightheaded. You can feel unattached from reality, and just
you can feel pressure.
Yes, feel like somebody's standing on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And let's see. There's instances when you go into a location and it gets more physical. Okay, now that's a whole nother ball game. Just the simple, I'm feeling lightheaded and things like that. The physical side is when your bite marks start showing up. You've been scratched, or you're tripped, you're pushed, hair pulled, your shirt, like being pulled really hard. There's different things like that they can really do some harm, and that's the reason why we come on here to do this, is to share these things. And
hey, welcome.
Hi, Sean, Native Wild Man. Thanks so much for coming in. It's good to see you. Appreciate it. And then the feeling of oppressed, like you feel like everybody's out to get you, persistent anxiety out of nowhere, the constant feeling of dread, despair, worry, just and of course some of us have that all the time, but worsened or abnormal, something that's different than what you normally experience.
You're not feeling right in the moment.
There's different kinds of injuries they can do. I mean, it's so crazy the things that can happen. Sometimes you can be picked up and thrown against the wall. PPR knows all about that.
Yeah.
When he was down in that under the bridge or whatever, the tunnel, and
we'd like to find a good haunt, but I don't know if I would like to go through anything like that.
Well, that's a total different thing. The haunt.
I know, but a good location like that,
yes.
But I don't want to go through nothing like that.
And that's the reason why.
I'm Autumn.
Oh, yeah, it's Autumn. I don't think I've ever really told him. That's great. But just like right here, you never provoke.
Yeah, that's always the number one thing. Always go in with respect.
Respect is key. Always respect their surroundings and don't provoke. And most of the time, like this one right here, let them know as soon as you enter the place, you do not have your permission to follow me home, attach yourself to me or my equipment. And we usually go as far as saying our chat because, a spirit can actually come through this computer from my house to yours. It's just that simple, and you wouldn't think it.
And we usually say that phrase like 3 or 4 times during the video or during a session, even if we're not filming.
And Elaine Warren said this the best way I've ever heard it put. Because, there's some people that do this field that do not believe in, they do the field, but they're not necessarily Christian. They don't pray to God. She said, pray to your God. Whoever your higher power is, ask them for protection.
Yeah, any prayers.
Yes.
Or whatever you call your little chants.
Mm-hmm.
Use that.
Yes.
After you finish your little investigation or before.
Mm-hmm. And when you go into an investigation, if you're feeling off that day, do not do the investigation.
If you're having any negativity in your thoughts or anything, don't go. They feed off of that negativity.
Yes, they know. Like, if something's happened in your personal life and you're just feeling down and out, do not go to do an investigation because they sense that. And it kind of leaves you wide open, and they come in, and they come full blast because they're trying to get to this world, whether it's through you or whatever there's, and of course, there's some innocent spirits. It's not like that, but there's some that they are.
Yes, always leave if the spirits ask.
Yes, if they ask you to leave, or if you ask permission and they say no, it's time to turn around and leave.
Where's that go?
Let's see, I know how to put, yes.
Yeah, I've been practicing that, but it takes practice is a key. Of
wards
doing
and
stuff
shields
like
is, energy barriers. What do you call that when?
Like your psychic energy?
Not concentrate, but like when you got your legs crossed, folk.
Vicky came in.
Where is that? Oh, Abyss, there you go. Hi, Vicky. It's so good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. But what? I'm gonna say it starts with meditation.
Yeah.
Like centering yourself and you know what I mean? And prayer and the like blessed Saint Christopher medal. Autumn wears one, and Hope wears one everywhere they go. I've never had one.
It is. Never. It's just something my grandma's already.
Yes, she was her family's from Poland, and they're Catholic, and that's part of their belief is that. And
so I wore it. We wore it because she really wanted us to wear it, and just her belief. So it's a good protection if you really believe in something like that.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm looking up something right quick. Let's see. Oh, okay. I've never heard the term ward before, but I see what it is, and that's what I was looking at. We've had many experiences with paranormal evidence that have been cut short from spirits wanting to. Yes, we've been in an investigation where our live stream completely shut down, and our internet would not come back on until we left the cemetery. That's happened. Let's see. All right. Well, hopefully you have a good day and your appointment goes well for you. Thanks so much for coming in. It was an honor to have you.
Thank you for coming.
But
have a wonderful night.
Let's see. Most times it's others around the area of that, right? Let's see. My spirit animal is a red-tailed hawk. I have Thor's hammer tattoo, a medicine wheel, and dream catchers, which we have dream catchers and a medicine wheel, and my spirit animal is the wolf. I think hers is too. Let's see. Had a brand new REM pod completely stop working. Right. Never worked again. If they mean you to stop an investigation and leave, they'll do everything they can to make you leave.
Yeah, so. We're talking about a different Sean. Rose.
Yeah. Not. What is that channel? I can't think.
Not the Sean with the baddie and
the other. I can't think the name of his channel. But
PW, welcome in.
Hi,
Our PW. Neighborhood witch.
Thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate it. It's good to see y'all. And but in most cases, make my own. Oh, a lot cheaper, right? And especially if you drop them and break them like me.
It still works.
Yes. Oh, we sure do appreciate you coming in. Yes. You're a big help. And let's see. Oh, yeah, I have a few backups. But
and a lot of in the Dreamcatcher, we believe different than some people.
Yeah, some people say it's evil and all that, but that's not true.
No, I collect Dreamcatchers.
But well, hi, Cassie.
Hi, welcome
in, Cassie.
It's good to see
you. Thanks so much for coming in. Hopefully you're doing all right tonight. But like I say, in most places, a simple prayer and you saying, "Hey, do not attach to me. I do ask your permission to enter, but you cannot enter me." Like you make that be known. And a lot of times that is good enough. And
like we said, pray to your being.
Pray to your higher being, and that is typically fine. But then when you start getting into the places that have malevolence and terrible things, that's when you need to start that's when you're gonna start needing your.
And don't forget respect. Always respect and know when to back down. When you feel in your gut, you should not keep going.
You need to stop.
You need to stop and leave.
Yes, but and if you feel like you went in there and things went too far, and you may have something going on and you don't know what to do, there's always somebody you can call, and there's always somebody that'll have an answer. Paranormal teams, but we have some things. Let's see, protection can be anything you believe to let them know your boundaries. That's right. But I mean, we have holy water that's been blessed by the Catholic Church, and this we actually bought at a store. This is black salt. Sprinkle that around to protect your home. I mean, simple salt. 4 corners of your house, it purifies it. Sage, which I didn't think of. We have dried sage you can burn. Right here's a little sage incense.
I got some
dragon's blood. This is olive oil, just a simple, a little cross of that, and that helps. And this is something Autumn had done. This is water that sat in the moon, the full blood moon too. That can help. Obviously, all of these stones up here, the natural energy from that, and
bracelets.
Yes, these stone bracelets can help protect. And while you got them out right there in your hand, you're gonna have to make sure this right here is protected. There, look, them other stones getting into a chipping that. That rainbow quartz was expensive. While I was thinking about that, but there's all kinds of stones and salts and all these different things, to help. Let's see, what does this say? I use Florida water, black salt, sage, or a necklace that can be protection.
It's a good stone to help.
Yep. Selenite, ain't it?
Yeah.
Selenite tower, and all the energies, from this stuff just helps protect. Create shields. I know, right? That would be so awesome. I want to go back to PA to some of those cemeteries where I lived at and explored as a kid. I want to go back there. Oh. Yes, the crystals in the moo water helps recharge them and purify them. Yes, all of that is correct. The wild, nasty stuff that comes floating out, right? Let's see. What was this?
Yeah,
hopefully one day soon collab. Shh. Don't let out. Okay. Roses. Only 2 people allowed to touch. Dream catcher is a shaman making it, and the person. I actually have some. I have 2 dream catchers that I handmade. Hey, Snug, it's good to see you, brother. Thanks so much for coming in. Hopefully you're doing good. It's mighty good to see you, brother.
Welcome in.
And there's tons of methods to create your own protection. Just depends on what you want to use. Research, and research helps a lot. If you have a particular thing, there are different things that help with other stuff. They're more stronger. Have some amazing cemeteries in Western PA. Yep.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, brother. Thanks so much for coming. I lived up in Indiana on the University of Indiana, or University of Pennsylvania. It's the Indiana University of Pennsylvania campus is where I lived. I don't know what part of the state that was in, but I lived in the same town as Jimmy Stewart. But and all these things, I know it's simple, just some oil, some water, some salt, but all of these simple things can help. They can help keep evil and bad spirits off of you, and anything helps to be right. That is true. Of course, she helps us educate. That's awesome. Oh, 3 hours from there. That's a drive. But like I say, you don't need all this. Most of the time, just a simple prayer and believing and stand firm. That you're protected, and if you have any doubts, don't go. It's just that simple. And follow your gut. If you walk into a place and there's just something telling you that you do not need to be here, don't be there, because there's something there. Says, I won't send one out without blessing it. Right? That blessing helps a lot. And there's so many things, if you feel that you've got something going on that's out of your control, a lot of the local paranormal, teams and societies, they got to answer. If things get bad enough, find your local church, find a local church, talk with that pastor. He may have something, or can get you in touch with somebody like the Catholic Church and the clergy. When you're doing the paranormal, you try to do your best to keep yourself protected from let's see. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We sure appreciate that. But the goal is to do this responsibly and keep it from getting so bad that you need to go to the Catholic Church. Because if things are getting that far out of hand, that's when it's not safe. And always try to do this responsibly. And I recommend
yes, don't think negative.
Yes, do not. If you're feeling in any kind of negative way, do not do the investigation.
And don't stop fighting with your partner, which we never do while we're in the middle of the investigation.
Nope, never in the middle of one. Now I can't say about up to before we start, but that's just funny games, though. But get out of here.
And for good protection, don't go alone.
Yes, do not go alone ever. I don't recommend that at all.
We might split up, but we're still in range where we can hear each other.
That's weird. Why are these all upcoming investigations? Okay.
But that is what we have as for us. Like we said, we're not professionals. Just all knowledge and all research and what we have learned in the field over the years. And it might not be for everybody.
Yeah, and I highly, highly, highly recommend, before you just go out on your own, contact a local team. A simple search online, you can find one. Get in contact with them and say, hey, I'm thinking about getting into this. Is there any way I can meet up with you and, maybe take me on my first investigation, or give me some pointers, or you know what I mean? And have somebody there kind of shadowing you and letting you know, hey, these are the right things you're doing. Maybe this is not right, but let's fix it. Or they can tell you, or are you getting into this for the right reasons? Because if you get into this for the wrong reasons, that is when you start getting into when you're more susceptible to have the bad things going on. So,
and if you're gonna start, I would say don't go somewhere crazy.
oh yeah,
I would say start at a little cemetery.
do not do like.
Don't go to.
What's his name? What is the one that married Shani? The one they call
Elvis. No.
PLE.
Yeah.
His very first investigation was at an insane asylum, like a really ridiculous.
Don't go to Skinwalker Ranch. Right. Don't go to nothing famous and scary. Start at a cemetery by the house.
Yes.
Do something simple like that.
And
do it during the day.
Yes.
Because they're more active at night.
And I highly recommend before you ever go into a place, maybe look into a little bit. Look into the history if you can find any. And then explore it and fill it out. That's usually what we do.
Go through the daytime. Make sure there ain't nothing the truth. Well, you're going to go through it in the daytime, but go through it before the investigation.
Yes.
Fill it out and then.
Most places that we've done, if you notice, we've done a walkthrough first. And when we're walking through, if it's a big place, you might hit a spot and say, oh, this is cold right here, or I feel something. You keep that into your mind for when you do your investigation. It kind of tells you the places to go. And it also, you go through a place and you're like, all right, wait a minute. Something is not right. I'm not feeling right. This is not good. That is when you, especially if you're by yourself, you need to back up, go get somebody to come with you, or not do it at all, basically. Either one of them. But because it's all about doing this responsibly without harming yourself or others, or potentially bringing home something with you that can affect your children, your spouse. It's when you leave sometimes if you don't do this the right way, you don't just leave, it comes home with you. So you have to be really responsible with this. If you have a bead in the dream catcher that symbolizes spider catching past insects. Oh, okay. So, but yes, when see, I do it on my own at my job because my job is haunted. So I have to use protection because I don't want spirits to follow me home. Right, that's right. Especially when you have kiddos at home and
if you do have a bad experience on the doing the investigation, like I'm a little more sensitive than Steve, and I had like something sitting on top of me. I get sick sometimes, or I had the experience where I felt like somebody crammed cigarettes down my throat and I got sick. I came home, took a shower, incense, and just cleansed the area.
Yeah. Hey, Auntie Mom, it's good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. And that particular time she's talking about where she felt like something was standing on her shoulders, that was caught on SOS camera. That was so crazy.
Hey, welcome in, Auntie Mom.
And it's, like I say, it is really good to see y'all tonight. Thank everybody for coming in.
And thank y'all for listening.
And I got a book that I've been kind of using, kind of like a teacher's guide, to
our first book we got, and then we keep collecting books.
Yes. But we're trying, like I say, we're trying to help. I want to say we're help progressing the field so that the ones that are interested can get into it and do it responsibly and respectful. Yes, and to keep it going, but going in a safe manner, giving you the tools that you may need to, just so that when you do these things that you're not getting harmed. And because you can have bad experiences, and the more you do to prevent that, the least you're likely to have them. So
welcome in, Ace. Thank you for
hi,
coming
it's
in.
good to see you.
We appreciate everybody coming in and supporting us.
Yeah. And I finally found another list here of things that you can do when you are, like, say you come home from investigation, you've done an intense investigation, and you just, just to be safe, you can have, like, burn incense. You can have sea salt laid around. Just simple white candles, You can have a homemade broom, like they used to make way back in the old days. That helped. Matches, a light, when you strike a match in that smoke, that helps. Simple charcoal, that can help. Crystals. What do you call that? Essential oils, with frankincense and myrrh and sandalwood and lavenders and different things, crystal balls and all these different types of things, the positive energy, that way when you're in your home, the negative stays outside and it's not coming home, and it helps keep you protected, and generally makes for a better life when you're not all down and out and all that good stuff. And something else that people don't think of either, when you've been on an intense investigation and whole lot of action going on, they were using all the equipment, and just, one amazing investigation where you caught things. Another way that you can help cleanse yourself is a bath, where you can take a bath in Epsom salt and cleansing herbs with that lavender, that, it soothes the body, the mind, and the soul all at one time. And of course, walking through your house with the sage, and yes, Janice says black salt across the doorway. Absolutely. The black salt on all four corners of the property. And you can do all three of these at once. After you take your bath, say your house, and then just a simple prayer, or one of the, like the Saint Michael, the Archangel prayer, or
whatever your prayers are.
Or if you
any of your chants.
The chants, if you believe in that kind of thing, the chants, all those different things help. It really, really helps. It kind of centers you back, brings you back to your center, makes
your protection
peaceful.
Candles. I got some protecting candles.
And I mean, and I know a lot of people hear, when they hear Wiccan, they're like, oh my gosh, that's devil. It's not. And if you go into your Wiccan store, you don't have to believe the way they do, but they have all the supplies you'll ever need. They have all the options of stones. They have all the options of different incense.
They have your black salt. They have everything.
Yes, they have all the different herbs that you may need, and any kind of. They even have the dream catchers, and they have but you don't have it up there now. The little board thing. You can get some of your investigation supplies from there.
What board thing?
The thing you lay down and it has a circle around it.
For my?
When you do your.
Yeah, it's right there on the.
Oh yeah, that I didn't see
for
that.
My pendulum.
The pendulum boards, the pendulums. They have so many different things. You can get your dried herbs from there. You can get your lavender from there. Your oils, all the different colors of candles. Everything that you could need. And like I said, you don't have to. Well, thank you so much for coming in, Jana. We appreciate it.
Night.
Hope you have a good night. Thank you so much for coming in. And like I said, you don't have to believe in that type of thing to buy the supplies, because sometimes we don't have the time to go to Amazon and all these things to wait. We literally have a store 15 minutes from the house, and quite a bit of this stuff came from there. Not all of it, some of it we found out and about. And yes, you can actually find sweetgrass and stuff at these places. They have so many different things. If you believe in the runes, they have that. If you believe in the cards, they have that. I mean, so many things that you can get in the shops. And I do also recommend going into the shop and talk to the proprietor, whoever's over it, and get a feel for them, because how they are is how their store is. Our store here is absolutely amazing. The people are awesome. The place is peaceful. They have pretty little cats. But we've been in one in McMinnville that was quite the opposite. That was the most evil place we have ever been in. And the proprietor of that had something inside of her that was eating her alive. Like her teeth was rotting. She was skin and bones. Like it, you could tell that there was something that was just devouring her from the inside out. And it was not peaceful. It was an evil place that we could not wait to get out of.
When you get that feeling, you want to get out of.
Yeah, and we done all of our cleansing, and we done the Jared slinging holy water everywhere. But, yep, we absolutely believe that way too. If you believe in him, he's a mighty good thing to have, and he's a good thing to have if you don't believe in him. But be there. You have to use everything with responsibly. And
there's only one thing we don't use:
the Ouija board.
Yes.
We don't really use runes either, but.
Oh yeah, we don't use.
I like the Viking runes.
I do use the I just said it.
Ouija board runes. No. The pendulum?
Yeah, I use the pendulum.
Yeah, now the pendulum, there's nothing to a pendulum really. Just you know what I mean? But rune, it's like it's a little rock that has, matter of fact, don't we have some? It's a little rock that has all these different shapes. The original rune was Viking language, but there's yes, Futhark, yes. There's Elder Futhark, and then there's another one that revised the Futhark is the
hey,
Viking
AD,
language.
Welcome in.
Hi, AD. It's so good to see you.
But
Thanks
you
so
was
much for coming
making
in.
them for just the name on them.
Yes, I was making it just because I thought the Vikings was cool. And I actually have a necklace that I made that I have no idea where it is. It's a solid cast iron rune about this big. And I don't know where none of my necklaces are, because right there's my necklace thing.
It's a pendulum thing.
Where's my necklace?
I don't
know. But I have one that the Norse rune's a gift from Odin, yes. It's a dice with letters that work the same, like tarot cards, yep. And I always thought the Vikings were really cool. some of the baddest people in the world. When I say bad, not as in like they're terrible, as in they're bad A. But yeah, I found a piece of iron and made a rune that I don't remember. I think it was the sign of the warrior, I believe. And I wore that one. It might be my letter S. I don't remember. It's one of them. I hand shaped the thing out of a piece of iron, and then I engraved the letter. I'll have to find that. But all these different things all come together. When you put them together, they just keep you safe, keep you in line, keep your soul in line, keep your mind and body in line, keep all the terrible things away. And all righty, brother, you have a good night.
Have a wonderful night.
Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy your dinner. And at the end of the day, we're just trying to help keep you safe.
Yeah.
And got to remind y'all, next week's live is not going to be on Monday. It's going to be on Tuesday because of a special thing. We have listening ears that we ain't going to say what it is, but y'all know what it is. And we may do part of a lesson then, or we may just do all the celebration and do the lesson next week. But our lesson, the very next lesson, let me find it.
Let's just say it's somebody.
It's
B day.
Huh?
Somebody's B day.
Yeah. Gonna be having a celebration, and the thing we're going to get into next is trying to see how they got it worded. Like how to actually get into an investigation. What you some of the things you need to do, and make sure. Yeah. That is correct. So we'll have that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to get into a lesson then or not. We'll just have to see how everything goes. But gonna get into like how you proceed with an investigation, what you need to go through, some of the steps, and that type of thing. I'll just have to look it up in here. But I've been I got my little cheat sheet over here kind of help me. A bean brand is 1, 2 words. Come on. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that'll be next class. We appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out.
Thank y'all for coming and supporting us and coming to class.
Thank everybody for putting in the comments some things that kind of helped it go. If we forgot anything, of course, thank PW for helping us with all this, and
Rose for dropping the link.
Yeah, and like I said, thank everybody for the things they had to say. Appreciate that because sometimes
y'all feedback too with the protection.
And we stayed on track most of the time. And like I said, we'll get into the next. I don't know if we're going to do the partial class and that, probably just all that, and do the class the next week. But we're going to try to keep the classes going as long as we can until we run out of stuff to talk about, and then we'll. I like to share what I know. Right? That's right.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate that, yeah. And if you guys have anything that you can think of that we need to cover, we'll look into it. As far as videos coming out this week, do you have any picked?
No, I just randomly picked.
Okay.
What?
Because we do have some.
What? Yeah.
Oh, Thank you so much for being a channel member for 4 months. That is so awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We sure do appreciate that. And on my channel, I actually got my first submitted story from the chat. And it is going to be about some old mountain magic. And it's something else. It is a story that'll blow your socks off. And then Friday's video, which I just uploaded today, will be live Friday, is about a river monster that is considered Appalachia's very own Loch Ness Monster. So I did a story about that. And white sage is what we grow, actually. We actually had some. So, if it's from back, oh no, it's not from backwoods. I did not write that yet because I don't even know how about going about that. This one is actual submitted like in the comments, and it was a long comments. It was about like 10 paragraphs, but it was a mighty good story. And I put the story as they put it in their words. I read it and it was really good. Anyway, y'all enjoy it. And guys, we're going to have to get off here and get Hope settled for the evening because you know all her medications that she's got to take. And y'all keep her in your prayers because we got to carry her to Birmingham Friday for some 3-month post-hospital checkup.
Yeah.
And so hopefully everything's going to be going good. So
you heard of what?
The Jummelin. I have not, but that is something I need to look into. I am all about some of these cryptids. So
yeah.
Jummelin. I'll have to look that up. Thank you so much for telling me about that. Native American. See, I'm really into that because my mother was Lakota Cherokee, so I will have to look into that one. And I got another one that I heard of today called a Sin Eater. So I got some things to be working on story-wise, and appreciate these little ideas because it helps me keep going because I get blanks all the time. But thank y'all for coming out tonight, and thank you so much for all your participation and listening because that means a lot. Thank you for the comments, the sharing, the liking, the subscribing, and thank y'all so much for coming. And until next week,
bye, y'all.
We'll see you later.